Hey folks, how's it going? Over the course of making these videos for this channel, there's one thing that I've been fairly consistent on, and that is the importance of prepping and stocking your own food, but not only that, producing your own food whenever possible. And there's a reason for that, is because food, having your own source of food, having stockpiles of food, gives you security. It gives you freedom. One of the ways government can control people is by restricting the amount of food that they are allowed to have. We see this during wars when there's shortages. It was very common during World War II where certain items would be rationed because the food was needed for soldiers. Considering the military threats and the conflicts that we're entering into now, there is a possibility of that in the future. But I think the biggest concern comes from a slightly different direction. One, there's always the ability of government to try to impose its agenda on people by saying, look, if you don't agree, if you don't speak the way we want you to speak, if you don't behave the way we expect you to behave, if you act out of order or in contrary to our agenda or our policy, then we can restrict what food you can have. And they might not do that so directly by saying, look, you spoke out about this post, you can't have this food. What they will do is, if we have a digital currency, they will say, well, you're spreading misinformation, you're spreading hate speech for whatever reason, and then they'll shut down your finances, which will prevent you from buying food. But another thing that's coming, and I've talked about this before, is the issue with Bill Gates, the World Economic Forum, and what have you, pushing the idea of using bugs to provide protein as an alternative to livestock. And a lot of this started because these climate change activists, and I would like to call them cultists, because while there may be some truth to there being climate change, we can debate the causes and what's actually causing it, why it's happening. Climate change has happened in the past. It'll happen again. But the climate change cult that I'm referring to are the people that are trying to push certain changes on you through what you're allowed to have, what you're allowed to drive, what you're allowed to eat, all in the name of the new climate control religion. And one of the things that they've been pushing is how livestock is unsustainable. It's dangerous, that produces too many emissions that promote climate change and what have you. You all remember the memes and the comments about cows farting or causing global warming and what have you. Well, Bill Gates has been investing in thousands and thousands and thousands of acres of farmland. Why? Because he knows that if you can control food, you'll be in power. You'll have a certain amount of power. And he's also been pushing the bugs in food, and doing research into bugs for food and investing in companies like that. The whole point I'm making with this video is that it's more important now than ever to not only stack food, but more importantly, produce as much of your own food as you can, or network with people that do produce food. Network with your local farmers. A lot of these farmers, they will make deals like X amount of dollars for a whole cow or half a cow or a quarter of a cow. Get together with people that work out these types of deals so that you know where your food is coming from. You understand what's in it, where it's coming from, how it was raised. You'll not only get a healthier type of food, but in a lot of cases, it can save you money as well. But for me, the security comes in knowing where your food comes from and what's in it. This article that I want to talk about, there's actually two here. It's on the same subject. But this one comes directly from Tyson Foods' website, TysonFoods.com. Tyson Foods announces partnership with Protix for more sustainable protein production. Springdale, Arkansas, October 17th, 2023. Tyson Foods, Inc., one of the world's largest food companies, has reached an agreement for a twofold investment with Protix, the leading global insect ingredients company. The strategic investment will support the growth of the emerging insect ingredient industry and expand the use of insect ingredient solutions to create more efficient, sustainable proteins and lipids for use in the global food system. The agreement combines Tyson Foods' global scale, experience, and network with Protix technology and market leadership to meet current market demand and scale production of insect ingredients. Through a direct equity investment, Tyson Foods will acquire a minority stake in Protix to help fund its global expansion. In addition, Tyson Foods and Protix have entered a joint venture for the operation and construction of an insect ingredient facility in the continental United States. Upon completion, it will be the first at-scale facility of its kind to upcycle food manufacturing byproducts into high-quality insect proteins and lipids, which will primarily be used in the pet food, aquaculture, and livestock industries. I'll get back to that here in a little bit. Our partnership with Protix represents the latest strategic investment by Tyson Foods in groundbreaking solutions that drive added value to Tyson Foods business, said John R. Tyson, Chief Financial Officer of Tyson Foods. The insect life cycle provides the opportunity for full circularity within our value chain, strengthening our commitment to building a more sustainable food system for the future. Keys Arts, CEO of Protix, says, "We are very excited to announce the next step in our international growth strategy. Tyson Foods and Protix strategy partnership advances our joint work towards creating high-quality, more sustainable protein using innovative technology and solutions. Moreover, we can immediately use their existing byproducts as feedstock for our insects. This agreement is a major milestone for Protix and significantly accelerates our ambition to grow through the international partnerships. The to-be-built facility in the U.S. will house an enclosed system to support all aspects of insect protein production, including the breeding, incubating, and hatching of insect larvae. In addition to ingredients for the aquaculture and pet food industries, processed larvae may also be used as ingredients within livestock and plant feed. Protix is a fully integrated insect ingredients company producing and processing 14,000 metric tons LLE annually in its Netherlands facility, which has been in operation since 2019. It serves major global companies in the pet food, aquaculture, livestock feed, and organic fertilizers industry as the demand for insect ingredients continues to grow. Tyson Foods continues to develop solutions to create a food system that is more sustainable and equitable for future generations." There's that buzzword, equitable. To learn more about Tyson's Food, visit tysonsfood.com/sustainability. And then it goes into a little bit about the about Protix. There's more to that article. But they're right now they're claiming that it's going to be used for what was it? How did they put it? Pet food, aquaculture, and livestock industries. Who listening to this believes that Tyson Foods is investing primarily in pet food, aquaculture, and livestock feed? Now, that could be a very legitimate use for the product, but let's think about this properly, though. Cows aren't omnivores. Chickens are. Chickens eat bugs, and they'll eat plants. So chickens are omnivores. Cows are not. And if you think about it, one of the biggest meat products of the country is beef. So who really believes that it's a good idea to process bugs into cattle feed, assuming that the cow's system can actually break that kind of thing down? You're looking at their system is designed to break down plant material. There's already reports that certain insect materials, like the exoskeletons, don't break down in the human system that well. And in fact, there's reason to believe that they can cause certain health issues. I don't understand why anybody would think that a cow could eat a feed that's made out of insects. Again, chickens can. Turkeys potentially could. But beef, lamb, I don't see that happening. Pigs will eat almost anything. I'll grant you that. But my whole thing is, they're saying that because it's an easier sell than saying we're going to be putting this in your own food. I don't believe for a minute that they would restrict it to livestock feed. This next article that I cover is from Fox News. It's about the same thing. Tyson Foods investing big in bug protein for new venture. The first bug protein facility of its kind will be used to make food for pets, fish, and livestock. Again, you're talking about making a bug-based feed for cows that are designed, developed, or however you want to look at it. Their system is built for processing grass and plants, not bugs. Tyson Foods is partnering with a Dutch bug protein company to bring insect farming to the U.S. using livestock waste as feed. Okay, so the scraps of livestock fed to bugs, and then the bugs are processed to make feed. That's awful Soylent Green of a concept, don't you think? That's almost like using, anybody that's ever watched that movie Soylent Green, just watch it. You'll understand what I'm talking about. But earlier this month, meat-producing giant Tyson Foods announced its investment in insect protein producer Protix and said it's partnering with the Netherlands-based company to build a facility in the U.S. that will raise insects. The bug protein won't be used for human consumption at this point. Instead, the facility will use animal waste from Tyson cattle to feed black soldier flies, which will then be processed into food for pets, livestock, and fish. Again, that's a Soylent Green process. In the movie, people were fed this Soylent Green. That's what they were fed. It was made from dead people. You're doing the same thing with livestock now. You're using livestock waste to feed flies, which will be processed into food for pets, livestock, and fish. Fish, they'll eat insects. That's no big deal, but this just does not sit right with me. Today, we are focused on more of an ingredient application with insect protein than we are a consumer application. Okay, so they're focused more on the ingredient aspect than the consumer application. But this right here, read between the lines. he didn't say they weren't considering it. He said they were just focused more on the ingredient application. This is to get the system built up. This is to get people used to the idea, comfortable with the idea of insects being introduced to livestock as feed. Trust me, the next stage of that will be adding insects into your meats. I believe there's already been to some degree, insects put into certain types of foods. I've got to where I've started looking at ingredients of everything I buy. I haven't found any yet, but I've seen photos of it. And if anybody out there actually has photos of ingredients labels that show bugs, insects, crickets, anything like that, please send them to me. I would love to see those. Back to the article. Today we're focused on more of an ingredient application with insect protein than we are a consumer application. Tyson Foods CFO John R. Tyson said in an October 17 statement. Okay, again, he's not discounting consumer application. That's just not their primary focus at the moment. Again, at this time, as he said earlier. Tyson Foods' minority stake in Protix will help the leading insect ingredients company fund its global expansion, according to the U.S. company's press release. The facility is expected to open in 2025. Again, they have to get the system off the ground before they can start adding it into human food. The insect life cycle provides the opportunity for full circularity within our value chain, strengthening our commitment to building a more sustainable food system for the future. Again, this is just one step towards bugs in your food. They can't get directly there. They have to work up to that point. The venture aligns with a global shift towards alternative proteins and more sustainable food sources and environmental concerns, since growing insects uses less water and land than traditional livestock, according to Tyson's Food. There you have it. That's the whole reason. It uses less water and land than traditional livestock, which is one of the arguments for eliminating livestock as a food source in agriculture to help with climate change. Additionally, feeding livestock waste to insects can help reduce the amount of pollutants emitted into the atmosphere. As one of the largest food companies in the world, we look to create value in what is not consumed as human food. A Tyson's Food spokesperson told Fox News, "We see the partnership with Protix as an extension of that. No or low footprint protein is the goal, and we see the partnership with Protix as another way to accelerate progress towards that goal." The spokesperson added, "Black soldier flies can grow on almost every type of food waste and byproduct," said Protix CEO Keith Arts, making them a good candidate to reduce livestock impact on the environment. There you go. I mean, they're telling you what the plan is. They're just saying it in a way that we're doing this, but if you read between the lines, this is our goal. This is why we're doing this. I'm telling you folks, if you don't want to eat bugs, if you don't want bugs in your food, watch your ingredients labels on everything you buy. Check everything, especially those really long words that you can't hardly pronounce. Those may be scientific names for bugs, other names for bugs. Check your ingredients list. Stack food, but more importantly, try to produce what food you can and try to build networks with people that produce food. It's a crazy world we live in, folks. And this is what we have to deal with. It's a shame that you have to worry about what's in your food. We already know that they add preservatives and other chemicals that are potentially hazardous to health without them adding bugs. So, just getting this out there. This came from Tyson's own website. It's not just Fox News spin for those people that don't like Fox. That one of those articles came directly from Tyson Foods' website. The links will be down below. If you don't believe me, look into it. This is going to happen. And this is why food security is so important. That's all I've got for right now. I appreciate you guys watching. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't. And as always, keep prepping, stay safe, take care. And until next time, folks, I'll catch you later.